Hey, it's Kyle from Federal Prison Tips in the 7 ReEntry Center, and we are here with the first episode of the ReEntry podcast. This is really exciting because the ReEntry podcast is brought to you by 700 ReEntry Center. We tape at one of the 3 podcast studios at the 700 ReEntry Center at 700 East Dania Beach Boulevard in Dania Beach, which is in Broward County, just a few minutes from the Fort Lauderdale Airport. So if you're re-entering society from federal prison or state prison, or you've done something after re-entry or helped the re-entry community, reach out to us at info@700 ReEntry. And I have a great guest who's a member of our community, Keneisha.
That's me.
That's you. Keneisha, you did quite some time in prison.
Yes, I did.
In state prison, right?
Yes.
We've talked about this a little bit. Why don't you tell us when did you get locked up?
I got locked up in 2011.
For what?
Okay, so my charges are a burglary while armed with assault dwelling and 3 robbery with a deadly weapon. So four charges in total.
Wow. And where did you do this at?
I did this at all the women's facility.
No, I mean, where'd you do your crime at? Because I'm going somewhere with this.
Oh, where is the crime?
No, where'd you commit your crime?
Where's the crime that was committed was in Bartow.
And so you got locked up by Grady Judd.
Yeah. There's no coming out of that.
I think that Grady Judd might be the most badass sheriff on social media.
Oh yeah, but no matter if you're guilty, not guilty, you're going. There's no way out of that.
The only thing I'll say about that is you're lucky that you got locked up in 2011 and not 2025, because he would have put your picture on the internet and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Coffee time with Grady Judd, and here's Miss Keneisha.
Yeah, that's right.
So obviously that was a minute. You did quite some time in prison.
Yes, I did. 12 years.
And what do you think got you through the time?
Okay, so
do me a favor, get up just a little bit.
Okay. Well,
Liberty move.
What got me through my time is when I went in, my kids.
And how old were they?
They were toddlers. My first oldest, she was 3 years old. She's 16 now.
Whew.
Okay. So, having those weird thoughts of not trying to make it and stuff like that, I held on to, them wanting to see me again and me wanting to see them again. Hope. I held on to hope.
Did they stay active while you were in jail? Did they come and visit and stuff?
Well, only had was able to have contact with my last son. I have 4 in total. But my last son, I was able to, see him and stuff like that, once my parents or would come and bring him, or my siblings. When it came to the other 3, they got adopted. I lost my rights to them while I was incarcerated because the judge said I was going to be gone a significant amount of time. So I never seen them again after I left prison. Still to this day, I don't even know where they are.
That must be really tough.
It was tough. I mean, I can remember on a picture that I have folded up when I got remanded into custody that day that I lost trial. I folded up a picture and I put it right here by my heart. And for some reason, it didn't fall. It didn't. No one saw it, not even the guard when they
checked you
out and stuff. And they never found it. So that was the only thing that I can do is hold on to that picture. It was hard for me to open that picture. It took me probably a year before I can open that picture, but that's the only picture that I had of my kids.
And so your son, is he still in your life now?
Yes, that's the only one that I get to see.
And how old is he now?
He's going to be 12 in a few days.
Oh, wow. Happy birthday.
I know, right?
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
did you, we don't get to talk to a lot of women. I do another podcast that's more true crime, and we wanted to do more of your reentry story than focus on the crime. But what's it like in men's prison? We join cars and we stay getting in trouble. Mm-hmm. Is that kind of thing go on in women's prison?
Well, in the women's facility, no, they do more a lot of them are there because of either their boyfriend, their baby daddy, or their ex-husband or anything like that. But like murders and like robberies and stuff like that, it's not known. It's just that they got caught up with their relationships.
How much did you get caught up in something or?
Well, the only thing in my case, was my kid's dad.
Okay.
Okay, so he committed a crime, and then he said I was with him.
Were you?
No.
So you did all that time and you weren't even
All
there?
that time, and he was selfish. He got my kids taken away. He got my freedom taken away. Selfish guy.
Is he out now also?
No. He signed for 15 years, so whatever he did at that time, they believe what he said. So that's the only reason that I was able to go, into, the prison, because they believed his word, because he signed a plea deal. That was part of his plea deal.
Was to testify or to speak on you?
Yeah, but never got a chance to.
So how does it work in women's prison? Is there different levels of women's prison, or were you in a harder? Do they have like camps and things like that?
They
for
have
women?
work camps. They have camps. They have faith based.
And what kind of facilities were you at?
I was at all of them. But the one that actually changed me was the mindset that I had of being naive, okay? I was immature at that time. Of course, I was young. I had to grow. So the facility that grew me up was a faith-based prison, which was called faith-based is in Hernando County. Hernando CI. HCI is what they call it. And I was there for 7 years. And
wow.
you have to do classes. You have to be on your best behavior in order to stay over there. And if you get 2 DRs, you get kicked off the compound.
And so you were able to stay DR free?
Yeah, for 7 years.
And a DR is a discipline report?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a shot for those that are in my federal prison audience. Is that where you finished at?
No, I actually at the end of my time of being there, I caught a DR.
Ooh, for what?
Yeah, for establishing a relationship with an officer.
Oh, okay. And then because of that, you got shipped somewhere else?
I got shipped to Lowell, NX.
Is that a women's prison?
Yes.
A tougher one?
Oh, yeah. I mean, everything goes on. People get cut, people die, people, get, all the,
all the things that you see that are bad.
All the things.
And that is it as bad in some women's prisons as these men's prisons?
No.
Okay.
Like, they cut each other with razors and stuff, but it's not like they're gonna shank you.
Ouch. Okay.
Yeah, girls is mostly like drama.
I can see that.
Drama. That's it. But then they fight all the time, or it's about the girlfriend thing.
Of course.
So that's what gets them in trouble.
So what I really want to talk to you about, though, is now you're a business owner, right?
Yes, I am.
So you were running around doing your business today.
Yes, I was.
And what is that business?
Okay, so it is a natural juice business. I also incorporate other food. I don't keep my people that eat meat. I don't keep them out. So I have something for them as well as their natural juice. So you can eat pretty much anything, but I'm the one that detox your body.
And so tell me about that. So how did you come up with this idea?
Okay, so all the time that I spent while I was incarcerated, I came up with an idea. I had a few ideas. I had a Women in Blue and stuff like that. But when I came out, I created this whole idea of juicing, natural juice. Okay, it's a juice like Arizona tea. Okay, it's all natural. Well, mostly. But the only thing that is not natural about it is that it sits on the shelf.
Okay.
So how can I take that and put it in something that's fresh, that gives you your daily vitamins, and that helps you out when you're working out and stuff like that? So I put all that in one drink because I've seen a lot of girls in there, they couldn't swallow pills. They couldn't swallow their vitamins. They had to get liquid form, which, the medical, little facility or whatever, they didn't have that. So when I came home, I said, I'm going to put the vitamins in a bottle.
Oh, wow.
So they can drink. So that's my idea.
So, how did you come up with these, I don't want to say formulas, but different juices? Because it's not, I've had some of it, and it's really good.
Yeah.
And obviously, you have to, try things and stuff like that. But how did you, learn the benefits of the different different natural ingredients you're putting into the juices?
I studied from a holistic health book,
Oh,
an
wow.
African holistic health book.
And did somebody like help you or inspire you to pursue your own business after prison and get on this track?
Yes, my mentor.
And that's another inmate, or?
No, she's actually a mentor that's been mentoring me for 9 years. Well, 10, still to this day. She showed me about life skill.
Okay.
She showed me about, listen, it's a different type of world out there, you know? And she just kept pushing and pushing, you know, with, hey, this is, if you're going to find something that you're good at. And that's what happened.
And so how long, you said you came up with this idea in prison. Like how long before you got out of prison and what kind of foundation were you able to lay down in prison? And did you, that's a question itself, but did you take classes in prison that have like helped prepare you for owning your own business and sustaining a better life?
Yes, I did.
What kind of classes?
It was Reef's life skill, and then entrepreneurship. They also had financial literacy. I took that class like 3 times because you have to like do all this kind of math. You have to do startup costs. You have to do all this kind of like business stuff, and you know. So I just took up every certificate, and that's Hernando CI. You have to take every kind of class that they offer. So that was one thing that I was good at. I was good at math. So that's what I did. I learned how to run my own business in there. And then I jotted down what kind of business that I wanted to own, what I wanted to do. Obviously, yes, I had different ones. But this one came, when I came out, I put it to the test. I made a drink. I gave it to my boss where I worked at, coming out of work release. He liked it. It worked for him. He had a cold, and the next day, well, after I gave it to him, he was feeling so much better. He came back and said, "Can I have one for my wife?" Did that. And then the next thing, people that was in the store, the other employees, they brought one too.
Oh my goodness.
And then it went from there. Then I started juicing beets, and then I started juicing soursop, and then I started making sea moss, and then I started, also my brother, he studies the same thing too. But the way that I wanted to do it and create it was my own idea, and that's what I did. So after that, I took my first paycheck and I invested.
In your business.
In my business. And I kept going from there. Yes, you're going to have setbacks, but I just kept going. I kept going.
So, I mean, that's what a lot of people don't understand. That's the whole ethos of what we do at 700 is turn felons into entrepreneurs and put them back to work. I think one of the reasons that people reentering society after prison are such successful entrepreneurs is because they know better than anyone how to take setbacks.
Yes. So having those setbacks, and not just with work or business or anything, like being humble.
Yeah.
You have to have humility.
I know. They just put us on the front page of the newspaper.
Wow.
Yesterday.
Wow.
And then people call and they want to tour and all this stuff, and they're like, "Oh, this is so great." I'm like, I don't see it the way that you're seeing it, because
right.
I spent 7 years in prison. I'm just trying to survive out here.
It's not. So when you look at it, so looking at things from a different point of view of surviving, you have to put your mind in drive mode, because you're not just helping yourself, you're helping everybody else around you.
Right.
From a positive aspect, because it's no longer about just you.
Right.
You know? And so, yes, we're all trying to survive. At the end of the day, do you know why I sell juices?
No, why?
Not just for a come up, to give you your daily vitamins.
Right. I know.
So
I'm diabetic. I need to talk to you about what we can do to make me feel better. I got kidney issues, diabetes, all kind of stuff.
I have drinks for all of that.
I'm going to start buying some drinks from you for all of that.
I have all of that. I even have things for hair growth, natural shampoo.
Right now, I don't need that yet.
No. It's for all the other people. But you also have to think about, like, You have to know your vision. People can see your vision or not see your vision, but they can try to see ahead of you and try to see your potential. But you have to know your vision.
Yeah, I would agree. So I want to go back to prison for a minute.
Go ahead.
What were some of your setbacks in prison? Because I mean, you did 11 years,
12.
12 years. You did 12 years.
12.
That's a long time. That's 12 Christmases, 12 Easters, 12 birthdays. What were some of the hardest parts of prison? But I know I know that being away from the kids was the hardest. But
right.
like, what were some of the hardest? What are some of the things you ran into in prison that you like?
Being told what to do.
Oh yeah.
Being told what to do and you can't do anything about it. Get up, make your bed. Get up. Oh, we're about to shake down. Or get up, pack your stuff. You're moving to another dorm. Or like things like that. That's mind bottling.
For me, I tell a lot of people, the people that know my story know that I started out at a federal prison camp, and then I caught a phone shot and went to a low, and then caught another phone shot and went to a medium, and I finished at a low. But one of the hardest things I had probably coming because I was a entrepreneur and a business owner before I went to prison was just like guards and officers would tell me what to do, and I'm looking at them like, who the fuck are you to tell me what to do?
Exactly.
I mean, like, you ain't been down my road.
Right.
And I know you're out there driving a Ford Taurus. Who the fuck do you think you are? I mean, like,
yeah.
Did you have to deal with that?
Well, yeah, because when I went in, I had a life. I was making good money, taking care of my kids, driving a nice Range Rover,
of course,
making like $5,000 in like two days, helping my family out and things like that. And I also started a beauty supply store before I went in. Couldn't even finish it, but I was an entrepreneur before I went in.
Right.
But to have setbacks like that, like you gotta wait. It's the waiting part for me.
It's hurry up and wait.
No matter if you got money or not, you still have to wait on someone to send it.
You hurry up and wait, and it's just
hurry
like,
up and wait. Can you order me a package? Or can you buy me shoes this time? Oh, my shoes are getting, they're getting raggedy. Or I need some gym clothes. All this stuff you gotta ask like, you're a child again.
One of the things I struggle with in our for-profit business, federal prison tips, is because of our popularity, our phone rings all the time, and I have a separate phone line that's for inmate calls from the wall.
Oh, wow.
And sometimes the same inmate, it's the same inmate, and it'll just ring, and I'll put it to the side because I'm in the middle of something. It'll ring again, and I'm like looking at the phone like, why are you blowing up my phone? And then I think about when I was in prison, and somebody tells me call at 10 o'clock. Well, I'm calling at 9:59, and if you ain't answering at 10, I'm gonna call you till 10:30 until you answer.
Yep, that was that. Yeah.
And I guess it's one of the hardest things for people on the outside to realize. People on the outside to realize is that people on the inside don't realize that life is still going on for you.
Yeah.
And just how much of a difference it makes for somebody to pick up the phone or to mail something in or to put $20 on $20 on your books. It's like one story that I tell is I have a big family. Right. I've got 3 sisters and a brother, and only my littlest sister put money on my books. And prior to me going to prison, I was pretty wealthy. I did pretty well, and I helped pay for houses and I helped pay for cars and all this. I couldn't get one of them to put $50 on my books.
See?
And now I have a come up, and they're like, I just lost my job. Can you give me $1,000? Fuck you. No, absolutely not.
That's how it is in return. So you always have to guard. I've learned, guard your pockets, guard your heart.
Right.
Yeah. Because if not, if you let someone in that's not trustworthy, you're going to fail.
So when did you realize that, okay, I'm going to make it through this 12-year sentence?
Oof. It was days that I felt like I wasn't going to make it.
Oh, I know.
A lot of days. But what kept me going is knowing that one day I see my family again, or not distractions, but attractions like my GED, another certification for culinary arts, another certification to finish, a class or whatever kind of class it is. I don't care if it's from 6 to 8, I'm going. I don't care if it's from 1 to 4, I'm going to a class because that's an accomplishment for me. Something I didn't know. Now I know.
Right.
Knowledge.
Do they have other inmates teaching classes in state?
Yes,
Did you get to do that?
Yeah, I did. I taught GED when I got my GED.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that, what about this financial literacy? What I think I'm going to try and talk you into teaching financial literacy here. Because you seem to know a lot about it.
Yeah, I do.
But that's the thing. It's like prior to prison, you hear terms like financial literacy and all this, and you're like, man, that guy's full of shit. You don't know what the hell he's talking about.
I know, right? But
now, I'm gonna be 50 in November.
Oh wow!
And the house is paid up till January.
Oh wow!
The rent here is paid up till January. Wow. I don't have car payments. It's just the insurance is on auto draft. I don't even know. The funny thing is, like, I went to get an iPhone. When iPhone came out this couple weeks ago, and I don't ever remember paying AT&T. So I go to the AT&T store over on Sheridan, and I'm like, I probably owe you guys hundreds of dollars because I don't think I've ever paid. And they're like, no, Mr. Sandler, you pay every month. I'm like, dang, I must be like on auto billing or something.
Auto pay.
but it's taking a financial literacy class in prison and then realizing, I went to prison and got stripped of everything. Mm-hmm. Then I went back on a revocation and got stripped of everything again. Mm-hmm. So now it's like I am always in survival mode, even when things are going great. Wow. You're probably the same way.
Yeah, I am, because of the time that we've done.
Yeah, and I just...
So, this is my thing. Some people don't understand about really being humble, but being grateful. Because, mind you was living out of a box for 7 years.
Yeah.
I was living out of a box for 12 years. I mean, a little locker.
Oh, yeah.
That was my home. That was my toothbrush. That was my soap. That was my folded up clothes. Everything had to fit in that locker. And then when you get out here, you want more. You want a big mansion. You want to drive a Lamborghini.
It was so different. When I got locked up.
That doggy. Whew.
Ooh, you just pooed it, didn't you, dog? Okay. So, yeah, the people had these big mansions. That's what you were saying. Go ahead.
Right. Okay, so they have all these mansions. They have these nice cars, and they still want more. But it's because they haven't been down the same road that we've been down. So if you're grateful for this amount, you'll be grateful for that amount.
So let me tell you my personal story. When I went to prison, it was just me, my baby's mama, and my daughter who just turned 18. We lived in a 10,000 square foot house.
Oh, wow.
With an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
Oh, wow.
And I had 24 cars. I did. I mean, the cars has always been my thing. When I got out this time, and I moved from Daytona Beach to down to here last December, I originally went into an efficiency apartment, like a studio. Yeah. And people were, I posted up on my Facebook because I was proud. I was in the studio apartment. I live across the street. It's a beautiful building.
Yeah.
And had a big old balcony, and people were like, wow, that's a small apartment. But I'm like, nah, dude, it's like 6 times the size of the house I've been living in for the past 7 years. I don't know what you're talking about, small. And now, I upgraded to a 2-bedroom, but that's it. I don't need anything more than that because I used to be that guy that could keep everything I owned in a locker.
Right.
Everything.
Folded up to it's like crisp.
Right, and then you still trying to fold up shit and put more stuff in.
Yeah, especially your canteen.
Yeah, I mean, and I lived through that. Now, I haven't. I'm looking on Zillow. We're looking at houses, and it's just like, okay, well, I mean, that 5-bedroom house kind of looks nice, but what the hell do I need 5 bedrooms for? It's just more to clean.
Right.
And so, the story of the building that we're sitting in, the 700 Reentry Center, is like, when I was in prison, I had a picture of a G-Wagon on my locker for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Because that's what I wanted when I got out. I wanted a G-Wagon more than anything in the world.
Oh, wow.
And in March of this year, I had the money to go get it. And I did this instead.
It's a beautiful thing.
Because that's what, I'm not very religious, but that's what I felt compelled to do.
Right.
And now, I got a nice car, but it's Java Acura, but, I don't feel the need for 24 cars or even a $150,000 Mercedes. They break a lot anyway, but,
yeah.
And you don't get that until you've been through something like this.
Right.
And then the other thing is, when did you get out?
I got out of August of 18 of last year.
Right. So you're in the same boat as me.
Yeah.
I have no idea what COVID was like out here.
No.
None. People talk about it, and they're like, yeah, remember the lockdown? We couldn't go anywhere. You don't know nothing about not going anywhere.
Right.
Because you could still order DoorDash. You still had the internet. You still had the social media, the podcasts, the PlayStation, the Xbox, whatever. You have no idea what lockdown is really like.
Huh.
One of the funniest stories about me reentering was like when I first got out before I did my revocation was on Valentine's Day of 22.
Oh, wow.
And I got out of the halfway house in March of 22, and I was working this job at this chicken restaurant called Huey Magoo's. I was the front-end manager. And the halfway house called and told me that my motion had gone through and I could go move to an apartment. And I got an apartment. And my plan was to go to work. And, we closed the store sometime 11 midnight, sometime between 11 and 1 a.m. And by the time we did count and everything, it was like 1:30 usually in the morning. Mm-hmm. But I figured at 1:30 in the morning, I'd have my happy ass over to Walmart and get my shower curtain and the toilet paper and everything I needed to stay the night at my new apartment.
Oh, wow.
I got to the Walmart and the shit was closed. Oh. And I'm in the parking lot of the Walmart, and a cop pulls up. He's like, Walmart, where you been? Walmart's been closing at 11 since COVID.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I did the same thing.
And I showed him the back of the car. I had a white laundry bag with holes in it filled with all my stuff. And I said, I'm just leaving the halfway house. I just got an apartment. Luckily, the officer showed me where the 7-Eleven was, and he bought me 2 rolls of toilet paper.
Oh, wow.
Told me if I needed anything else, I was ass out till the morning time, but that should take care of me for the night. Oh. And I made a joke with him, but he knew the joke. I said, you know what? And I don't know if you ever had experience this, but I didn't have pillows. But I know from the courthouse and other instances that you can rest your head on a roll of toilet paper to sleep at night.
That is true.
And I did that night.
Yeah. Yep.
But and it makes me thankful for that. And we have a big Thanksgiving thing coming on the 24th of November here. Keon Dooling and a couple other superstars are going to come out. But that's what it's about. I'm to give thanks for reentry and everything that's happened post prison.
Right.
But it sounds like things are looking pretty good for you.
Yeah, I just have to keep my head strong and stay focused on my vision.
So, do you work a full-time job and do Raw Joos?
I do, and I do a nighttime job.
What?
Yeah.
You're working hard.
Well, when you're trying to get somewhere, you got to give all you got.
Yeah, I do that too. It's Saturday at 4 o'clock, and here we are.
Yeah.
But, and I tell people, My boyfriend included. You know, I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Right. Right.
I laid down for 7 years.
Right.
And
right.
you for 12.
Yeah.
What? So what do you think the next thing is for Raw Joos?
A storefront. That's my vision. Storefront.
Like comparable to like a Smoothie King?
No.
No.
It's gonna make you feel like you're actually in the Caribbean island.
Ooh.
I have a big vision. I want people to go out and pick their own herbs and put in their drink. This is what goes in their drink. This is what they want, along with the fruit, along with, you get to sit at a bar, and the bartender is going to bar it up for you.
That's
my vision.
Incredible idea.
That's my vision.
Well, I mean, this is the thing about people like us.
Yeah.
You have that vision. Now you can do it.
Now I can do it. It just, you got to start it. Just got to start.
What kind of advice do you have for young ladies that might be facing the same situation you were facing?
Well, what I can say, you have to stay focused. You cannot allow distractions to take you off track. Because once you're off track, sometimes it's hard to get back on that same road where you were going. Because, the enemy is real, okay? And as the enemy is real, you're going to always have those distractions. But
what are some of the distractions you faced when you were going through your prison sentence?
The guards. Well, I actually had it pretty well from the guards, but at the same time, jealousy from other inmates, because you had that, what do you call that?
Like a rapport with the guards?
No, it's called favorites. I was a favorite.
But you're probably a favorite because you didn't cause no trouble.
I didn't cause no trouble, right? And they knew if they asked Smith to do it, she's going to do it, and she's going to get the job done. But distractions, meaning another girlfriend, being in that situation, don't get caught up with the people that's in there, because guess what? You'll never see them again. And if they're your true friend, you'll probably see one of them. But it's going to be a lot of people that, fall off in your life.
You go in by yourself and you come out by yourself.
And you're going to come out by yourself. And I have had other people that I got a job. Don't refer nobody. Don't get them no job. Don't try to befriend people. This is a cutthroat world. I'm saying it for myself, okay? And the other advice that I can give them, stay focused. Do all you can do in there. Get all you can get. If you don't got your GED, get your GED. If you don't got a trade, get a trade. If you don't put yourself in a downtime and come home with nothing. It's going to be 10 times harder for you when you come out.
It is. Do you credit, is there anybody like a guard or a staff member or anything that like helped you see the light?
Yeah, it was LT, mind you. I was 19 years old, so I was like their baby, So it was two LTs, and then it was a sergeant. Keneisha, oh no, this is not right. Oh no, you better go back the other way. Oh, this is not right. Let me see what you got on your GED. Oh, what's your scores? Oh, what test you pass? Oh, I know who can get the job. Stuff like that.
But did you find it? I don't know. Maybe it's a women's thing. Did you have a lot of those officers? Because a lot of the officers in men's prison don't give a shit. They come in, do their time. They're doing time with you. They do their time 8 hours and go home.
Yeah, but I changed the heart of a lot of officers, sergeants, LTs, wardens that were cold. Sometimes they couldn't even, when they came into work, that was their peacetime. But in their peacetime, it got chaotic for them. But I was someone who they can talk to.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
So, what kind of night job do you have?
Well, I list on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you checked out that new store in Sawgrass Mills yet?
I have been there. I just recently went there.
Not, you know which one I'm talking about? The pallet store?
No, I haven't been there.
a Super Bins is the name of it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Let me tell you,
Super
when I
Bins.
first
I seen it. It's yellow
when
and
I
pink.
first got out of prison in 24, and I couldn't get any jobs, they opened up a store. I was living in Daytona, and they opened up a store called Bin Spot. And what it was they would buy Amazon returns, and then like on Fridays anything that you get in the bin was $5, and on Saturday it's $4, and on Sunday the bins are $3 and $2 and $1. But you can get coffee makers and video game controllers and clothes and all kind of stuff. It's crazy. And then what I would do was I would list it all on eBay, on LetGo, on Marketplace. And I just, at one point in time, after federal prison tips had really taken off, there was a man and a woman who had both been to prison who I was kind of mentoring. And they were going through some rough times, and they were the kind of people, like, they did odd jobs. So we had made a bunch of money. I was getting ready to move here. I gave them like 5 or 6 Rubbermaids full of random electronics I got at this place, and they made a fortune on eBay. So if that's the kind of listing you can do. But see, all of that is just like, it's that hustle mentality that you get from prison and turn into positivity, which is what we're trying to do here at 700.
Right. And it's getting done.
And I had so many different prison hustles, and
Oh, I did. Down to if I had to wash somebody's clothes, to make sure that I got my envelopes to try to write my kids, or I got anything for paper for school, anything. That's what I had to do.
Yeah, we used to. So for the first 3 years, I was the OM cook at Montgomery, which is the cook that cooks for the officers' mess hall.
Oh, you got paid.
So we had to cook for the officers. We had fryers. We couldn't fry for the compound because we were on heart healthy. But the officers, we could have fried chicken, fried French fries, and I would go into work looking like this, and I'd come out of work like 10 pounds heavier because I had all this food strapped to my body to go back up to the unit to sell.
Yep.
And I would sell like fried leg quarters for like 10 stamps.
Yep.
And, I was also a jailhouse lawyer.
Okay.
And then I worked in education also. I was the PM education clerk at Montgomery, and then I worked in education at Forest City and at Butner. And we would steal the, what do they call it? The G2 pens.
Yep.
Because
they use that for
you could get a stick pen on the commissary for $1.
Yeah.
But you could get a G2 pen from education and then sell that bitch for a book of stamps. $10 for one G2 pen.
Yeah.
And I would take the whole box.
Yeah. And I used to tell the officers, hey, can I use your pen?
Yeah.
Or, I need a pen to sign out for the medication. And I asked them, can I have your pen? Yeah. $10.
Exactly.
Another $10. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I only had $40 when I left prison, but I didn't get money put on my books a lot, but I never starved ever.
You're right.
But that's just
being grateful.
The whole experience was life changing. Do I want to do it again? No, absolutely not. But I'm a better person for having done it.
If I didn't go into that place, no matter how I got there, I wouldn't be the person that I am today, the woman that I am today.
So I want to talk about the hard stuff for a second. Your son, he's about to be 12?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is he 7th grade?
Yeah.
The older kids that were adopted, is there any plan to get back in their lives or anything? Have you tried that? Or?
Well, I'm the type of person, I'm hurting, I don't want them to hurt. So I'm just waiting until they get old enough and they can come find me, or when they get to a certain age, I'll try to find them. But I don't want to mess up something that they have.
Something good with their other family.
Yeah, because it takes.
Do you know what kind
kids.
of woman that is? About that? Do you know what that says about you as a woman, as a mom, to be so selfless?
Yeah.
That like, and I mean, I like the narrative. You know, hopefully the kids will know that, you know, mom was in a bad place, and you're in a much better place now. But we felt that the kids are in a better place now, and if the place that you want to be after you turn 18 or 16 or however old is to have you in their lives, they'll do it.
You know, first and foremost, the reason why I do a lot of the things that I do right now with my business is so I can leave back something for my kids to come and find me.
Yeah, a legacy.
You know, and I want them to have something if they never grow up with anything. What I know that where they are now, they have whatever they want to have, because to take in 3 kids, you have to have stability to be able to take care of those 3 kids.
So my daughter was 9 when I went into prison. She just turned 18. And
wow,
it was in March of 20. I used to talk to her every other day.
Wow.
And then COVID happened, and for some reason, I don't know exactly what had gone on in her life at the time, but she stopped answering my phone calls, and then I kept trying for like a year, and then I would try randomly. Obviously, the number was blocked or whatever. And then, you know, it just recently reconnected, but it was just like, no, I'm still dad no matter what. Right. You know, if she's just now starting college, you know, if you get fucked up at college, you can always come to me, no matter what. Right. But, you know, other than that, you know, I fucked up and was out of your life for 7 years. That doesn't. Yeah. That's not on you. That's on me. Right. Yeah. Well, I want to make sure people know where to find you, because not only are you doing big things, but the juices are amazing.
Thank you.
So do you have a website? How can people get in touch with you to get the Raw Joos?
Raw Joos it's www.rawjoos.org or IG rawjoos.inc.
It's RAWJOOS?
Yes.
Raw Joos. Keneisha, thank you so much. This has been the ReEntry Podcast. I'm Kyle from 700 ReEntry. Follow us everywhere online at 700 ReEntry, and of course at Federal Prison Tips. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.